So it's Wednesday. I head out for power tour on Saturday, and I haven't even packed yet. All right, keys in. Focus. And she's dead. So I'm up here in North Wichita, headed to the junkyard because, well, that's what you do instead of doing the things that you're supposed to be doing. And I need to run up here, see if I can find a few things for the L4 that I bought, and then we got to bust home and get packed is what we need to do, and change the oil and put in a burglar alarm. Had lots of rain last few days. It's just been crazy. Whee! So we're here. I want to leave the camera in the car because it's kind of raining off and on, so let me get what I need done and I'll get back to you. We're done here. Let me show you what I got. New lens for this car because it's cracked. I found two of these. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but they'll work. Trading fodder. Got two of these, a cover for that fuse block, and 9 of these. So I'm gonna head over to LiQWYD and see what I can find there, but after that I really got to get home. So I ended up making one more trip into LiQWYD after I bought that last stuff. And let me show you what I got the second time. Got the door panel. I got 2 LiQWYD connectors. One's with a blank, one's with... I actually found a complete lens. 3 more of these lug nuts. And, well, that was about it. So altogether, I've spent about $65 today. I get my mud knocked off my shoes. $65 today at the junkyard. So let's get home and get to working on what I'm supposed to be doing. Well, I'm back from the junkyard. Got the car all jacked up and we're going to change the oil. Got it all started up. We got the Motorcraft filters and the Motorcraft oil. There is a jack stand under it. So I've already put a new filter in, so I need to crawl under the car and pull the drain plug out. I'm going to be taking this little set of cobalt tools with me on the trip. I think this is it. So yeah, it's a nice set, and this will fit right easily in the bag. Truthfully, if I was looking for another trip set to go on trips, I really like the Pittsburgh set from Harbor Freight. And not just because of the tools, but I actually like the way it's compact and it's more of a suitcase style rather than a toolbox style like this. I think it would take up a lot less space, and it has roughly the same amount of tools in it. So that's just my personal opinion. Oh, let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh man, I'm making old man noises. Is this the right size? No, it is not. Now I have to make old man noises to get out. And many old man noises later, because I picked the wrong sockets twice. Yeah, there we go. I haven't run this thing today. I pushed it down the driveway. That also attributed to my old man noises. Yeah, I didn't turn it on because I wanted all the oil cool and I wanted it all settled in the pan instead of circulating through the engine. There's a couple different thoughts on that, but I know this oil's fairly clean, so I'm not really working any sludge down. So if I was trying to break some sludge up and work it out, I would have gone ahead and ran it for a while, but I'm not trying to do that. So let's just let this drain and we'll start working on some other stuff. Normally if the engine's hot, it'll drain really fast, but if you haven't run it and it's still pretty cold, you're going to have to just let gravity do its course. And that's part of why I have it only jacked up on one side. It's just, that's the side the oil plug's on, and with it being cold, it's not going to really flow out with a lot of, it's cold, it's got a little more viscosity to it. So we'll just let gravity do its thing, and I'll, we'll get this fixed. Let me show you what I did. I found a light at the junkyard, a complete one. So I need the cover. Truthfully, I really didn't need the whole light, but the whole light was laying there on the floor with this next to it. And the way I figure, I put it all together and paid one price for the whole thing instead of two. But it also will be good trading fodder. So while the oil's draining, I can sneak in here and snap this up. This should just snap right on. Boop. Yep, there we go. Outstanding. So that's a good deal right there. I don't know if you're like me, it's always about the little things. Other than the oil change, the car is just about done. I'm gonna have to pack it here in a minute, so I'll show you what I'm doing with that. You know, I have like 90 funnels, and they've all conspired against me because I can't find one of them. Of course, that has nothing to do with my garage being an absolute disaster area. No, we're not gonna blame me for this. I have no idea where they are. I know there's a few people out there that are probably really disturbed and cursing me for the state of this car. It's coming back. You hear that a lot in a lot of these things, and truthfully, quick story behind this car, the Torino, was I never bought this car to work on. I just wanted something neat to drive. And the cam bearings went out in it, and it just kind of got shoved to the back burner. I've been talking to some people about actually just sending it in and having somebody put a small block in it and maybe a new transmission and going to that. But these things are expensive, and truthfully, life gets in the way between the semi truck and the YouTubing, and with going on Power Tour and all that. This stuff's a whole lot more expensive than one would think. It's just, then you got your quarterly taxes and everything. So projects like this, unfortunately, have to go on the back burner. I mean, I've had the Cutlass since '06, and there's been a lot of stuff I've wanted to do on this too. And it gets driven several times a year, but I would really like to get it going too. And truthfully, I've thought about selling them, but I'll never have another one. And I really do enjoy the cars. So, yeah, back to the Crown Vic. Truthfully, the oil really didn't need to be changed, but I wanted to get a good look at it before I went on the road trip. And it's a little dark. Had a Wix filter in there, which I decided to try out because of, well, Vice Grip Garage. He likes them. Didn't notice any difference, but he apparently likes them over the Frams. And truthfully, I run the Motorcrafts, but I don't know the difference. And maybe one of these days I'll cut a bunch of them open like everyone else does and look. But let's look at the oil. There's no sparkles. There's no, I mean, it does look really good. So yeah, I don't see any glitter in here. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. So I need to dispose of this in a good way, and I gotta find a funnel. So I got the oil in it. I ended up improvising. I cut a jug in half. So let's check the oil level real quick here. And oh yeah, she's full. You really can't see that, but oil's clean, so that's good. Get in there, you. Yep, there we are. Now we have to get in the car and get this thing fired up. Make sure the oil light turns off. There we are. Outstanding. So we'll let it run here for a minute, and we'll look underneath and check for any leaks. Well, nothing appears to be leaking right now, so we'll keep an eye on it. So now, let we've got part of the stuff in the trunk. Take a full-size spare, an extra hubcap, the jack, 4-way, the whole ordeal there. I'm gonna need to load up my toolbox. The only thing I really don't like about this toolbox when I drive around is like these right here. They just go everywhere. Nothing's really like these are in, but these don't clip. These will be everywhere, all over. So I really don't like that. But that aside, it's actually a pretty good tool setup. So let me get this put back together and make sure everything's here, and then we'll throw that in the trunk. The one thing that this doesn't come with is a swivel. And nothing comes with a swivel anymore, which is weird because these are the handiest things ever. So I just throw one in. It just kind of fits all nice in here. The jack will fall over and I'll be dogged, there's a funnel. They tend to come out of hiding when I don't need them. I'm gonna go ahead and take about 4 cans of Berryman's with me, just and an extra oil filter, just to be on the safe side. I'm taking the Berryman's. I'm actually going to use it all on the trip down there, just because we're going to be driving the car hard and it's going to be really doing good. This will probably be the furthest this car has ever gone from Wichita in its entire life. In fact, the furthest it's gone to this point was Oklahoma City, and it did wonderfully, but this car's quite literally, until I got it, had never left town. So one of the things that we need to do electronics wise and for the channel is we got that dash cam. I'm probably going to bring the other one as a backup, but we had to buy these. I bought a bunch of SD cards. All these SD cards are going to be for the cameras. They're going to be for, you can use them for anything. I can stick them in the phone. I can, you know, whatnot. So I've got a couple of spare ones here from some other things too. So between that and that, it ought to be pretty good. So that's one thing I'm going to be taking. So we have to run up here to Walmart. I have to drive through the middle of nowhere to get there. There's one more thing I need to do on the car, and I forgot about it right up to the moment I remembered it. So, and that's put a makeshift security system on it. And I've got a plan. When I talk about having to come to town and drive to town, it really, I live in a little town, but it really is quite a drive to make it to town. So, yeah. And this isn't even a town of Wichita, it's just a town with a Walmart. I realized that I can go to Wellington, the Walmart's 20 miles away, and go to Derby, the Walmart's 20 miles away, and go to Goddard, the Walmart's 20 miles away, or I can go to Wichita and the Walmart's 20 miles away. So it just, I have options and they all equally suck. So what I'm doing is, like I said, I'm going to put a security system on it. I'll probably pull the relay for the fuel pump, but I'm going to put I got an interesting idea, and I think you'll like it. So let me get the stuff I need, and I'll meet you back at the house. Walmart didn't have quite what I was looking for, but I think I can get it at O'Reilly's. Now, worry about security, so I figured out a really interesting way to do a burglar alarm for the car. So, since I can't take my FAL with me, which would be really cool if I could, I'm going to show you something else. And it involves the siren. Is something I put on a while back. So this is coming off. What I bought at O'Reilly's was a toggle switch, black wire, red wire. I had a zip tie moment there, and that's going to be the basis of my burglar alarm. What I'm going to do is find a place under the hood to mount this, and that way I can hook it to switched power. So I can leave the toggle switch on, and as long as the key's not turned or there's no power to it, it won't work. But the minute you try to turn the key, it'll go off. And I'll have a switch so I can shut it off while I drive, because yeah, that would be just pointless if I did it that way. So let's figure out a place for this, and we'll just go from there. So we actually got it mounted below the grill inside the bumper insert and got it zip tied in there. That was the only place I could make it fit, but you don't see it through the grill, so that's good. Still got a pretty clean look. The wires are right there, so I got to run a ground and then run the other power wire back, and I'll show you what I'm doing there. So progress has been made. Well, almost. I got it to work, and let me show you what I'm doing here. And we got it run. So I have it run. It's wedged up in there. I have it grounded to the horns, which ought to work all right. Just a little red wire all the way back. There's a rubber grommet down there that I ran it through right there, and I cut a little hole in the grommet. I didn't want to do that, but running it outside the grommet would put it on a sharp edge, so I didn't want to start a fire that way. So we do that. Now all I have to do is figure out which one of these wires is is switched power, and this is one of them. So let me go through all these and I'll figure that out. Okay, so using my trusty multimeter, I discovered this one is on switch, this one's constant, this one's constant, but this one is switched, the pink one. So I need to figure out where that goes and then splice into it somewhere up here, because I need to figure out a place to put the switch. Then I have to figure out how to hide everything. So give me a minute. So this is where we're at. We got this. We still got to put the toggle switch in, but it's direct. So I flip the key and it goes off. So we're good. My neighbors probably want to know what I'm doing, but they always question everything I do, so I don't pay them any mind. So it's all done and mounted. I've got the floor, well, I've got to clean up a little bit, but let me show you what I got. I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to mount this yet, but it'll be mounted and hidden. Thinking about leaving the space, so if we go through town or something, and I could turn a little lights and sirens on for the kids if they like that kind of stuff. But yeah, so this is it. It's off and on, and it works. So we got that, and then outside here, we've got this all put back together like it's supposed to be. The siren's completely hidden like I showed you earlier. The wires are pretty much completely hidden. Got the floor put back together. It's still a little flaky, but I really don't like that rat's nest there, but there's nothing I can do about that for now. So that's kind of where we're at with that. I mean, pretty much the car's ready to go. I might run it out and just drive it around tonight and see how it works, but aside from that, she's ready to go. All I really have to do now is just do all my laundry and my personal stuff to get ready to go, which won't take too terribly long, but the car's done. So I'm really happy about that. I think it'll be good. So as I wrap this video up, there's a few takeaways here. Sometimes you just have to run what you brung. I would have rather have taken the Olds or the Torino, but that wasn't going to happen. Plan B was the White Crown Vic. I know that'll make it anywhere it needs to go. But aside from that, Plan C's the pickup, and I really don't want to do that. But sometimes you got to run what you brung. You know, I put in a rudimentary security system. I've got, my MP3 player mounted up. I got made the car as comfortable as I could for me. And I put an added layer of security in there with it. Sometimes you just got to do things like that. I am going to be, it's going to be almost 3,000 miles, and I'm going to be 1,800 miles from the house when we're done. So it's going to be a long trip, and you might as well make it comfortable. That's the long and short of it. Make it comfortable. So that's pretty much all I got. The next video for this will be me heading out, and I'm probably going to head out on Saturday, and we'll just have to go from there. I mean, I'm going to be videoing as I go, and there will be some live streaming on TikTok. Trucker Dave and Red on TikTok. I thought about doing it on Facebook, but Facebook is like a wasteland of yeah, and TikTok is easier. I can just turn on live, and I can go, and I can stick it in the window, and I can do whatever. So we'll do that, and I may even put a glimpse app in. I'm not sure yet, but I'll let you know before I leave. So the car's done for now. I'm satisfied. I think it'll do all right. Oil's changed. Everything looks good. Brakes are good. Just, I'll check all the fluids before I leave, and we're out. So all I got to do left, like I said, is personal stuff, laundry, and the essentials, and stuff to take a shower, and maybe scissors to cut the sleeves off my shirts because it's probably going to be hot. So that'll be it for now. So I appreciate it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the power tour.